trying to get in the studio now for like 3 years now. It's been so long.
Been about 3 years.
You're a hard guy to get in the studio, man.
I'm a busy man.
Man,
so are you though.
That's true, man.
Always working.
Always. And I've just always felt like, you know, because I've always been a big fan of what you do singing wise. I've just always felt like with your singing and how you got the R&B and the pop kind of vibes to it, I was like, if I could just, you know, get one of my productions to match up with what you're singing and everything, I think it would be super awesome. And I was like working on this song and I came up with it and I was like, this kind of has a little bit of a clubby vibe. It's got the synths that kind of move, a lot of bounce to it, a lot of rhythm. I was like, this is the song I think that Jeff could be on. So, you know, I'm just really glad that you got to be a part of it and you got to work with Pharaoh.
Of course, yeah. First time working with Pharaoh too.
Man.
Yeah, I heard the beat. Immediately knew I had to sing and write on it. So me and Hailey Ward, we came to the studio, banged out the chorus in a couple of hours. We wanted to do something fun, something that reflected Pharaoh, and so we came with MVP. I think it's like pretty like confident, not cocky, much like Pharaoh.
Definitely.
Coolest guy around.
Yeah, because it's definitely got that like arrogant swag to it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely has that vibe. Yeah, and like I'm always digging like what you do with the harmonies.
What's up, guys? We're on the cover shoot for MVP. This is Jeff Skidmore. I'm Pharaoh. We're gonna talk a little bit about just everything that went into it. I think you recorded before I did.
Sure did, yeah. Me and Hailey Ward, excellent songwriter singer, we came up with a chorus. We wanted to write something for Pharaoh. We wanted to do something that reflected Pharaoh as a person and a rapper. So we wanted to do something that was not cocky but confident, fun. And so we came up with MVP, most valuable player.
I had heard the beat before anything was added, and this was quite a while ago. And then Eric had told me that he recorded Jeff, and he played me the chorus, and it brought back like this old school feeling, I think, of like the type of vibe that I got when I fell in love with hip hop and those type of club jams.
Yeah, so Jeff Skidmore and I got into the studio on the day that Realistic sent us the beat. And he had really wanted Jeff and I to write together, so we got into the studio and I sat down at the piano. We listened through the beat and what was meant to be the chorus a bunch of times, and we started talking about big lights and party music and just being at the club and how it feels to be on top of the world when you're drunk or doing whatever on a Saturday night, like with all your friends, but how you can also like still feel on top of the world without your friends.
Freddy Krueger, doggo acting like you got it. I don't rent it, I just bought it. I just came to Little Italy for pennies. No, let's run it again. To a Freddy Krueger, don't go acting like you got it. I don't rent it, I just bought it. I just came to Little Italy for penny with some garlic. Yeah, let's use that. Yeah, man, I like that.
Don't go acting like you got it. I don't rent it, I just bought it. I just came to Little Italy for penny and some garlic. Head back to the sweet.
And like the second album that we've done in a year, and we're working on the third one with yours and stuff.
And we've gone to so many like different places. Like I think Jacob was very dark, and to take it into now something very conceptual and like apply like a Hollywood lifestyle is really something I think that's making us kind of take a complete like left turn from where we were before, and branch out. After you came out, you know, with me with this idea that you had, I remember hearing it and wondering, you know, how this was going to take shape. And now we've got singers and more instruments, and the beats are more like you've now added a bunch to them and stuff, and to kind of piece the puzzles together. It's mesmerizing.
It's always been a dream of mine to do my own album and produce my own album. And as a producer, that's not always the easiest thing to do, but I'd say in the last like 10 or 15 years, it's coming more popular for producers to actually go out and do their own album. You know, you think DJ Khaled and Calvin Harris and David Guetta, and they're not necessarily doing the vocals on the album, but they're getting all the artists together, they're figuring out the production, they're figuring out who's gonna go where, and they have a lot of the creative control. Do something that was kind of a concept album. And so I've always been a fan of the show Entourage from HBO. And it's about the just Hollywood life of where things get so crazy and hectic, and you see people cussing each other out, and you see people making deals, and then you see them later going out and having dinner together even though they were arguing all day. You see the just riveting parts of Hollywood and the grind and the work that has to go into it. So I wanted to make an album that could kind of capture that and go off of those subjects. So I had gotten together a lot of different artists to work with, and on this song in particular, MVP, it's always been a goal of mine to work with Jeff Skidmore. I mean, he is a phenomenal singer, and so I got him and I got Hailey Ward to get together in the studio and write the lyrics together, come up with the melody. They sent me like a voice memo of what they did, and I'm like, yes, like, let's do this. That sounds like a hit. I think I'm totally ready for this. So,
what's up, y'all? It's TreyV. I'm mastering Eric's project, MVP. Super dope production, as always, by the realist himself. You know, me and him was always clashing in the studio almost every day. I see this dude walking the hallway. At the same time, I'm walking the hallway, so he's always here in the studio. He's always making an impact.
And then, so I needed to start the mixing process. And I always like to start on the analog consoles, and I like to get my levels, you know, where I can physically touch them and stuff. And I like to be able to patch in different outboard gear and be able to, you know, boost frequencies using all this nice, awesome analog gear, and being able to compress things and get things to sound loud and punch through the mix the way that I want them to. But then I also like to take a little bit more of a modern approach. Once I'm done with all that, I record all that back into my session, and then I go to my computer, my MacBook, and that's where I got all the fun stuff. I got all these cool plugins that we don't necessarily have here at the studio, ones where I can really just kind of mess the song up and get it sound really cool. And I got a lot of different instruments too, because whenever I'm mixing something that I produce, I always get super inspired, like, oh, I should add this to it, or I could add this, so I want to add maybe like a bass line to it, or add a new drum pattern. And I'm always trying to add like different little percussion loops and stuff. And recently I've been able to play around with these new percussion loops by Sound Oracle. I got them on soundoracle.net. His stuff is always super awesome. He was a sound designer for Timberland and Polo the Don, and he's done sounds that showed up in Justin Timberlake's music and Jay-Z's music, so I can trust that the sounds are going to sound awesome. So I always like to throw those in somewhere into my music. And anyways, the song turned out so cool. I'm so humbled and so honored that I got such talented people to be on here. You know, thank you again to Jeff and Hailey and Pharaoh. And this song is going to be able to be streamed everywhere. It's streaming right now on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Google Play.
Hey.
It's the Violin.
Champagne spilling, I'll be chilling with the OGs. Mary Jane came around, did another on me. Club shut down, but the lights still on me. Feeling like an MVP. Champagne spilling, I'll be chilling with the OGs. Mary Jane came around, did another on me. Club shut down, but the lights still on me. Feeling like an MVP.
I know you love it when I go a little crazy out in public. Like, okay, now he outdoes it. Order 50-piece McNugget, extra jingle on my chain, 30 umbrellas when it rains. When I go pick up a check, I go get on my Kurt Cobain. Show my teen spirit, go and pour myself some purple drink. And I never stop to think, do I look like I'm insane? Hit a shawty up just to show myself I got that game. Do you kinda sorta feel what I'm saying? Nah, cause the Autosaurus loses, so I'm on my Martin Luther. I'm just peace and love, but you could turn me to a Freddy Krueger. Don't go acting like you got it, I don't rent it, I just bought it. I just came to Little Italy.